In the education system, especially in the higher education system, it is also important to show and use the technology which is relevant today. We need to expose our students to the technology which is relevant today. I mean, I know the higher education system in India is evolving and trying to bring in or teaching the technologies that is relevant today. But still, I don't think we're doing enough. We are not using the technology enough, even in the higher education system. I've been told there are a lot of people in this audience who are IT heads of their respective universities and also the owners and chairmen of the different universities. I feel that in India, we're still not adopting technology and exposing our students to that level which we should be doing it. One of the big reasons is cost. I know technology is very, very expensive and it is very difficult to use it, to afford the technology. But it's very important that we teach the students what is relevant today. When a kid 15 months younger or 3 years younger, they say that I am being punked, then an 18-year-old or teenager or somebody who is doing a post-graduation with us, what they would feel if we teach them technology or when we use the technology in the university or education system which is not relevant today. So the point here, the number one point I want to make is that we have to study the technology. Most of us who said yes, we have read this particular line or we know about this fact that top 10 jobs which are available today were not existing 10 years back, was not because we Google about it. The point I'm trying to make is that now there's an explosion of knowledge which is happening in today's world. There is so much of knowledge available that previously to get a knowledge, to know what is new happening in this world, you used to go to the library and read in the books or attend the conferences. Then the time came when you start Googling it. Then the time came that Facebook feed started showing you something which is of interest to you. And then the WhatsApp also started throwing something to you without you even asking for it. So there is so much explosion of knowledge. There's so much of information, so much of knowledge already available in this internet or in the cloud. You know, I was talking to the VMware people, and they were talking about that. What do you think is going to be the big change that will happen tomorrow? And I said that I think the big change that higher education or universities are going to bring in is that they have to bring the education to their phones. So until they don't bring the education to their phones, it is going to be very difficult in future. So the point is that, yes, again the second point, that we need to change. We cannot teach the old technology. We cannot teach the way we are teaching today, else we will have a competition from something which may come and bulldoze us. I was in a Google conference 3 months back, and there were speakers from Google who were talking about their Gmail, Google search, their cloud computing, what they know about artificial intelligence, how they're evolving their products, and blah blah blah. Very interesting session. What is going to be, what Google is going to do tomorrow, how they're thinking of tomorrow. But one thing which really struck me was a statement which is non-technological statement. They said, we are worried what the Facebook is going to do in future, what Microsoft is going to do in future, what Apple is going to do in the future. You're really worried about it. One great product for them can erode our revenues, will make us non-existent, that what has happened with BlackBerry. But they said something which is very interesting. They said, we probably can know what Facebook or Google or Microsoft are thinking or trying to do. But at the same time, we are more worried now about the advancement or the ideas on which the kids are working in their hostels and dorms. I said, yeah, makes sense. I mean, they will never get to know that what our students are doing in their hostels, and probably a new Facebook idea or a Michael Dell come up with a new plan. And I was speaking to Prakshit from Guild, and he told me that he worked in a company, what do you call it? Short Stories, which is an app by which you can read the stories. So it was created by people from IIT who dropped out and started their startup, and they've recently reached 120 crores. I was thinking about all of it, but one certain thought that came to my mind is that, hey, these guys mentioned that they're worried about kids doing something destructive in their hostels, not classrooms. You know, in India, we were known as, initially in late 90s, early 20s, there was an IT service boom. You know, all the jobs in BPO sectors, they kind of coming to us from all across the globe, you know, and we were very happy taking those small jobs and doing it. And I think a lot of our youth have made a lot of money in that. And then there's the IT companies like TCS and Satya, they also became very, very big, and Cognizant became big, and they started doing little better jobs for the world. And but what you see is, do we talk about BPOs right now? When was the last time you really heard about BPO as a buzzword? So I think it's been a really long time. But if we 10 साल या 6 साल या 8 साल पीछे जाएं, everybody was talking about BPO jobs, BPO jobs, BPO jobs, IT services. Of course, no good institution used to allow them BPOs to come to the campus, but there were a lot of students who got jobs who were not trained well and who could enter and make money through BPO jobs, but it's not happening right now. You know why? Where these jobs went? Can't give a jobs. Any ideas where the jobs went? Yep. Sorry? Yeah. So those jobs have gone to various places. First, it went to Philippines because the human resource was cheaper there. Our costs were going up. Philippines jobs were saying. But what the most important thing happened was chat box came. Those BPO service jobs that, hey, I want to replace my credit card. Hey, I want you help with this small little things. These chat box have really evolved this thing. So suddenly the jobs vanished. You know, the TCS and Cognizant and other people, they are losing business to who now? They're losing business to the companies in South America now. Okay? Because I was reading a study that in South America, now the universities and colleges are teaching what is more relevant today. They are talking about AI, not .NET, not Java, not C#. So they are teaching them something which is more relevant tomorrow. Now, the statement that I want to make is that competition is no longer local. There's an effect of globalization on higher education as well. People just talk about the competition that a small shop owner has to face because of the pressure from his neighborhood shops, but also from the Amazon and Flipkart, and then say, this retail business is under the pressure of Flipkart because of globalization. Now, click of a button, you can make something, you can buy something in US as well. But we are also getting affected. Higher education is going to get affected. Do you think people will do higher education if they will not find a job? We have our brothers and sisters. Will you tell them, acha, spend some 5, 7, 8, 10 lakhs in higher education when they will not find a job? Will you do that? No, I don't think so, right? But if we don't start teaching which is relevant globally, then the jobs that India has today will move out because of technology changes like chat boxes, or maybe a cheaper manpower as in the South America, or because of the policies like Trump. I mean, Mr. Trump is coming with policies which could really affect everybody else, everybody of us. The whole business model could crash. So it's very important that we need to teach kids the technology which is relevant globally. We can't say कि अच्छा यहाँ पे तो websites जो बनती हैं वो Ajax वगैरह में बन जाती हैं, so let's teach them only that part of it. Okay, यहाँ पे तो .NET Java was the major technology where the local companies are finding the job, and even TCS and Cognizant, they are just looking at .NET Java people right now. Let's kind of give them this training very well. No, I think we need to train them for something which is more future ready. We are creating human resources which are relevant for tomorrow, not today. So we have to teach them technology which is forward looking, because the competition is no longer local and we have to compete globally.